Okay, so here we are, and in this video on the 31st of March, I thought we'd cover some of the end of the month activities and talk a little bit about what happens at the end of the month and how you know where your qualifications are and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'll share my full screen.
Screen sharing has started.
Okay, so in this tab, I've logged into my back office. Okay, so as you can see right here, this lower number under personal group volume for this month is 2097, over 2,000. So that entitles us to make the decision, and we're going to break out, is kind of the term, to become a director and be responsible for our own business and be, in Shaklee's eyes, being a business leader, as it were. And so this mark of 2,000 points is really kind of a significant start for sure. And from now on, what my goal and everyone's goal will be is to have other people break out as directors too. Now, 2,000 allows you to be a director, and this is required every month. And again, we're at the end of the month of March, so you have to get 2,000 every month. But you can get higher, of course. So, and the goal would really be more about 3,000. That way you don't have the scrambling at the end of the month, trying to get people to do a last-minute order, those types of things. And a lot of the team is actually being proactive and ordering at the first part of the month, within, I would say, the first 15 days of the month, so that the rest of the second half of the month is just like, no problem. I already know what my total PV will be, most likely, because my team and everybody is ordering ahead of time, and they're doing their auto ships and setting those up probably within the first 15 days of the month. It just makes more sense to be ahead of the game rather than scrambling at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do is break this down and show you how that works. And in the video that I record, I will blur out some information, of course, because this will be somewhat private, of course. But for just general purposes of understanding how this works, I want to at least show you how this works. So right now, when I go under my business and I go to personal group volume, the Shaklee computer will list all my names and members and all that, okay? And it'll also list any time they made an order. Their personal PV is PV, so any personal orders they make will be listed. And then also the personal group, if they had members under them purchasing, that'll be included in that PGV. It'll also list some numbers for February. So in my case, you can see that our February PV was 760. We use a lot of Shaklee products. Trish and I do. And our group, our entire organization, had ordered 1,634. Okay. This month, however, we got that up to over 2,000, and I know because of what the activity that I'm doing and talking to people that are actually distributor-minded and coming in through the My Partner in Profit system, I know I'll have at least 2 more join in April, at least 2 more, at the Gold Ambassador level, at the 250 PV level. So for me, this is not a hard decision. It's actually pretty exciting, okay? So then I have a little report on the left side here where I can see the actual people that ordered, because some of these people, as you can see, didn't order, okay? And these are people that have been members for quite some time, and I haven't done the greatest job in connecting with them. Actually, I do have one person, my mother-in-law, who orders every 3 months, and her order will come up next month. So she has a 250 PV order that she does every month, which is kind of cool. The reason why she does that, as you may remember, anytime you personally hit 250 PV individually and or in your group, you get a check. So she likes to order every 3 months and get a check. So she combines your order for 3 months. It equals over 250 PV rather than doing, let's say, 100 PV every month. She does it every 3 months. And she's just a customer. She's not really interested in the business. So next month, you will see, I will see her order appear in there, okay? But a lot of these members have not ordered, okay? And that's probably my fault because I didn't do a great job of sharing the importance of ordering and all that and the products and all that. So that's changing now. I'm getting much better at it, okay? So anyway, let's just do my quick team volume and you kind of see how it all adds up, basically, okay? And the way you can do this is go to an advanced filter and you can choose the personal PV for this particular month. Whatever month you're in, it will say the current month. This says March. And so you can just choose March for your personal volume. And then I say greater than 1 PV. And that way it lists everybody here. So you can see Pam, she's a friend from church. She loves the Vitalizer and the Cinch. And she ordered, as a customer, not interested in the business, 119 PV, okay, for the month of March. And she actually orders every 2 months. So for February, she didn't do much, which is fine. Sherry and Jean, as you both see, joined as gold ambassadors. Sherry sponsored Jean, so she has a combined PV of 500 because Jean was sponsored under Sherry. So Sherry's personal group volume is adding Jean's together with hers, so that's how you get 500. Jean is on his way, of course. We expect great things with Jean, of course. And for the month of March, he just had his own 250 PV, which entitles him to get a check based on his own purchases. Okay, anytime you hit 250, either as an individual or combined with all your group, and Gene did that because he did it all individually, which is fine, he will get a check, and the checks are always sent on the 15th of the month on the next month. So for April, both Gene and Sherry and myself will get checks from Shaklee because we're the only ones that are over 250 PV. Next person, just a good friend of my wife's, Trisha's, and she orders the Vitalizer and the Vivix, so that's 100 PV. It's a really good order for certain customers to have because it gets them to 100 PV, and that's just a nice figure. Who I've never spoken to. I did some internet advertising years ago. She's been a very faithful customer. Never spoken to her. And she regularly orders at least 170, 160 PV every month. Okay? Good friend of ours, Trisha's especially, in Florida, is loving the Cinch and the vitamins for the children, that she has 2 children. So she was at 115. I've never really spoken to. She's a member that I got in Canada. Okay, so she doesn't order all the time, but is pretty faithful and ordered 126.90 in PV. And then who's another gold ambassador of mine who is just kind of not using the products as faithfully and all, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. But adding all this up got me to 2,000. Okay, so what this really highlights is you will have a combination of distributors, which is awesome, but other customers as well that are just interested in the products. And that all adds up, and that entitles you to hopefully reach the level of director at 2,000. And for that, you get a significant bonus. You make a 20% bonus on your PV anytime it's over 2,000 and you're a director. Okay, so I will earn 20%. Sherry and Jean both will earn different percentages. Sherry will actually earn an 8%. Anytime you hit 500 PV, you get an 8% bonus. Jean, anytime you hit 250, you earn a 4% bonus, which is really nice. And then all the other people did not get over 250 PV in their group. They did, a number of them did 100 personal, which is part of the qualification, but they did not do the second part of, you know, the 250 PV, okay? So that just gives you a little taste of what this combined distributors and customers and how their orders add up. And I'm going to actually, I mean, once you hit director, you just kind of have a mindset that like, wow, this is really good. I've got a number of people ordering, and now I want to go further because I want to get this to 3,000. So we're going to, Trish and I are already talking to some other people and just being a little more assertive and letting people know about Shaklee because we can get more customers, which is fine. But I also know that I will also have more distributors as well. Okay, so primarily from the My Partner in Profit system, of course. I already had one guy I talked to yesterday, very interested, but he needs to get a little more cash flow going and leads coming in, and he's pretty interested in joining Shaklee. So it definitely works. He would be another distributor, another gold ambassador at a 250 PV level every month. And as you can see, that's the goal. You want to have, ideally, as many gold ambassadors under you as possible. Okay? So, that is a quick look at my PV in my group. And we are going to break out and become a director, which is a very important step, and get higher percentages. And from here on out, it's basically just breaking out directors is what you want to do. Okay, and I realize there are lots of questions about that. I won't go into every detail, but I think you can see the basics of how you get there. All right, any other questions on that, especially from Jean maybe, or anybody?
You did a good job.
No, that was really good. So, you when you hit the 2,000 level, then you're getting 40% of the group.
Actually, 20
PV. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, actually 20. So, but there's
20. I mean,
right. There's also a difference, and I should find one product. Let's go to one product because you actually get the difference between member price and distributor price. So there's an additional 15% that you earn. So I want to find, let's see, here's retail price. So let's just look at the Vitalizer for Men because I'm actually was an associate kind of person, not really a director, but my mom set me up to get the distributor price. So, Jean, in addition to the 20% on 2,000 PV, which is what, $400, on everybody except you and Sherry, because you're going to get the same kind of thing, I get the difference between the member price of all my customers. They're paying the member price. Let's say they ordered Vitalizer, they would pay $79.25 as a member. Shaklee gives me basically the difference between member price and distributor price. And the difference here is about 15%. So for every product that is ordered that no one gets a check, I get their difference. Okay, so it's basically upwards of 35%. Now for you and Sherry, you're going to get, let's talk about you ordered at member price, but you also became bonus eligible at 250 PV, so you get a rebate in a way, basically back. You're going to, in effect, pay the distributor price, and they'll give you 15% back because you paid member price, and you became and you got over 250 PV, so you get the distributor price. So you'll actually get 4% on the 250 PV plus the difference between member price and distributor price, which is about 15%. So roughly 19% of your 250 PV order will come back to you as a check. Okay?
Beautiful.
Yeah. So when all the other customers that I have, they all bought at member price. But I was able to reach the 2,000, which is even better. And I get the difference between what they pay in member price and what the distributor price is. So it's another 15%. So on the top of the 20% times, let's say 2,000, just for easy math, and then I get the additional 15%, it can really add up. Okay. So I don't have a calculator really handy right now, but that'd be about 35% of 2,000 is roughly what my check will be. But you and Sherry get a little bit of that as well, because Sherry is at 500 PV, so she gets 8% plus any of the difference of her order, which she ordered 250 PV. So she ordered at member price, but she'll get the difference back as well. And so will you, but you'll get a 4% bonus on your 250 PV plus the 15% back. Okay, now that'll happen every month. Now, if I were to put an order together, I'll just try to show you what happens when you do 250 PV every month. Let's go to checkout here. Okay, I think I've got, okay, I've got 2 of these. Let's just bump this up. The PV is 100, and so let's about triple that. Okay, and update it. So if you could just pretend that this was some order of numerous products, but let's say that your total PV was over 250, and in this case, actually, let's just go back to 5. And what you're going to see is this is about, well, it is 277 PV. Okay, your price was actually the member price. I forgot what that was, but basically, you're going to get back the member price to distributor price, which is about 15%. So even though you, it's hard to explain because they don't show member price here, and I should have gone back. 6840. I don't know if I'm probably not doing a great job of explaining this, but I'm hoping to go back. There it is. So anyway, you would be paying the $79.25 on, let's say you order 5 of these. You're going to get back the difference of 15%. Even on your order, let's just pretend it's one person and they're at 250 PV. They're going to get back the difference of $79.25 minus 6840. Wish I had my calculator here, but I just don't see it. And that would be every month you would get that back from Shaklee, even though you don't have anybody else yet, but you will. You'll always get that back. So it's a nice bonus back, and it'd be roughly the 4% on the 250 and the 15% on the price difference. Okay, so it's really about 19%. Annie or Ken,
and think about some of the Autoship savings, the 10%.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So when it is on Autoship, Shaklee rewards you with that, and they give you a lower price of 10%. It doesn't reflect it right here because this is not an Autoship. This is putting it in your cart and ordering it right away. So it just shows you that you do want to be at the 250 PV or above, because you will get a check back based on your PV and then the price difference of your order, and everybody under you that did not reach the 250 group PV, you get the difference on their products too, between what they paid as member price and then the distributor price. So you basically can earn 15% of everyone below you, plus any other PV. So it gets complex, let me tell you. But Roger will pay you every time. He will. Okay.
Well, it's all good. I mean, I wasn't even, it's really motivational just to be sharing any product that you might see, that might be of interest to an individual too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
yep.
It's not just about bringing people into the business. That's really terrific.
Yeah. So it's really good to go through. There will be certain things like the Vitalizer, Vivix. We strongly recommend those as kind of a basis. But, the Cinch, the cleaners, the Healthy Beauty, the skincare. I mean, Trish and I use a majority of all these products in our home. We've essentially switched brands. And that's a term you'll hear over and over and over again, switching brands. For your kitchen and laundry, you use the Shaklee products. You won't use those monthly as much. You won't have to order them unless you're really cleaning a lot. But, the other great products are the Cinch, which I consider my meal for breakfast and lunch. And so instead of buying something else to eat, I have a very, very healthy, low calorie, high protein meal with the Cinch. And we use a lot of the nutrition products, which I love, and that's where we get our PV so high, is we have switched brands. And we use the lotions and the shampoo and the toothpaste, and some of that we don't order every month, of course, but we use as much of the Shaklee products as we can. And that's why our PV is so high. I'll go ahead and remove this. And I'll just refresh the conversation about my Autoships. And we'll go under my profile here. And go to Autoship. And actually, it's funny that I've actually, go ahead, Annie.
Nice thing that Shaklee's doing is, that they have started adding more products to the 10% off with Autoship, things that they know that people use every month and that are very important. I just added the CoQ Heart. Right,
exactly. So here are the Autoships, and actually I have to break these up. And I break them up into 3 Autoships because Shaklee actually has a rule that you cannot order over $750 in one order, personally. If you have a resale license, and let's say you sell a lot of products out of your home, which a lot of the old-time Shaklee people, that they still do that a lot. People come to their house, they order a lot of product. You'd have to have a resale license, and then you charge tax when you do that. I don't choose to do that at all. But these 2 bottom orders right here, 566 and 348, I had to break that up because Shaklee said you cannot order over $750. Now, I have to disagree somewhat because I love these products and I want them on Autoship. But Shaklee is protecting us from people trying to buy into the business and just create huge orders, and it's trying to prevent that from happening. But I love the product so much, I had to break it up into 2 Autoships. So you can see they both ship out on the same day, okay? But it's 2 orders because I love the product so much that I want them, I want them all early in the month, so I order them on the 6th. But it was over $750, and Shaklee said, you can't do that. So I have 2 Autoships that go out on the same day. My next Autoship is what I consider my 250 PV Autoship. And that I consider a tax deductible expense because I have to order that in order to get a bonus. So that part of my order I consider a tax deductible, not all of it, but about 70 to 80%. You can kind of write off as an order that is deductible, and you don't all have to do that, and you can work with your accountants and stuff like that, but I consider it a deductible expense. So I have that separately shipped on the 10th of each month. So if you add these all up, that's where you get the like 900 PV that we use, which is significant, but when you really love Shaklee and you switch brands, it's very easy to do, and I get even more bonuses now back because I go from actually a 15% bonus, because I was almost hitting 2,000, but not quite. So I was earning a 15% bonus on the PV, then another 15% bonus on the price differential. And so I've been getting checks, you know, that are $300 to $400 a month. But now it's going to go up significantly because I've hit another level in Director, and that increases your earnings all the way around. You'll also see an order down here. You can actually place or set up Autoship orders for anyone, and this is my mother-in-law's order. And as you can see, she orders it every 3 months, and she always she wants to get a check herself. So she gets it to at least 250 PV, and so and this is probably the best example she will get a 4% bonus on the PV, and then 15% on all the price differential on her order, because she's just ordering for herself and doesn't really have anyone under her. Okay, so we went through this yesterday, and we set up and arranged, or picked the products that she wanted, and she's happy that she loves the Shaklee products and orders every 3 months, and she's a customer. So for her, and I knew it was better for her to do this rather than order roughly 100 PV every month, she would never get a bonus because she hadn't hit 250. So I just said, well, why don't we do it every 3 months? That way you'll pretty much hit the 250 PV and you'll get a check back from Shaklee every month. So she's like, that sounds great. And she's been doing that for years, actually. Okay? So you can set up Autoships for anyone in your downline. They can do it themselves as well. But if they're not as computer literate, I help people out like my mother-in-law, and it works out really well. Okay?
Beautiful.
And Chase, why don't you talk about the one-time to the auto?
Oh, right. Thank you.
Do you do that?
I do. Now, when you do a one-time ad, if you have another Autoship for another person, I don't know how that affects it, but I have 3 Autoships. Actually, it doesn't affect.
You can't do it for them.
Right.
You can't do it for them, but you can do it on your own.
Right. Okay. So you're right. Because I have 3 of them. Yeah. It would actually.
Laundry.
Yeah. It would actually go on, let's say, your first Autoship that would be coming up. It would go to be shipped with that Autoship. So that's, again, another reason why I separate these. I like the 250 PV Autoship to be exactly or really close to 250 PV, so I can deduct that as an expense. So let's say that I have, let's go to shopping, and let's say I need some laundry detergent. I can just go down to the Get Clean and Laundry, and let's say I need it, I want it on the Autoship, because I like the convenience of it just being shipped. I can go down here and click, let's say I just need the regular scent laundry detergent. I can go one-time add to Autoship, and it will just add it one time. It'll add that product one time, and you get this little pop-up, and you can just say add item. I'll show you where it goes, and that way you don't have to redo your auto ship. You just add one product to ship one time with your next auto ship, and it'll do it. And then the next month it'll just go back to your normal auto ship. So really good idea, Annie, to show that. And now when I go back to my Autoships, you'll see that I have a one-time ad separate. Okay, and here it is. So this is a separate one-time ad, and it'll probably go with one of these first two because that's the next one coming up. So it's really easy just to add a one-time product to your next auto ship. And you can change the amount, and you can delete it, and it's very easy to organize from there. Okay.
I use it almost like a grocery shopping list. If I suddenly remember something I'm going to be needing in a month, I'll run and put it on my one-time ad, and then just completely forget about it because I know it's going.
Right. That is really good. So Shaklee's AutoShip is really quite handy, and then you can go back, and I'll go ahead and delete this because I don't think we need that, but and we're already at a 900 PV, so so good idea to remind me about that, Annie. Thanks. Oh, and then let's see. As far as getting your checks,
convenient thing.
Yeah. As getting your checks, Shaklee is really good. They have never, ever missed paying out by the 15th of the month for over 5 decades. So if the 15th of the month falls on a Saturday or a Sunday, they will pay you on the 14th or the 13th, whatever it is, the business day before the weekend. If the 15th falls on a holiday, they will move it forward and pay you on the 13th or the 14th. So I choose to have everything by direct deposit, and so they'll send out the, I'm in the wrong browser, I don't want to do that, but anyway, you will get all your bonuses paid on or before the 15th of the next month. So we're in March. I can expect that my bonus will be sent on April 14th or 15th, and let's see what April falls on. April 15th. Okay, it actually falls on the 15th. So the 13th, Shaklee will pay all the bonuses to everyone on the 13th. And if you have direct deposit, you can expect it on the 13th. If you don't do direct deposit, they will send out a check, and then it's just the normal travel time to get that check in the mail to you. Okay? So.
And they will send you an email reminding you that it's there. We've deposited your check.
Right. Exactly. So I've mentioned the 250 PV total a lot. If you really embrace that and have gold ambassadors that do that, you only need, like, when you have you and your let's say three people, you're at 1,000 PV. And then they each get just 1 or 2 more directors or gold ambassadors under them. You can easily be at 2,000 PV pretty quickly if everyone embraces the concept of getting a check, getting 250 PV at least. And when you're looking at families or even a couple, I mean, just it's really not hard to do. So that's what our focus should be, is always at least 250 PV.
Great.
All right. So.
And to totally switch brands, it's very annoying to buy something and not get a bonus on it. So well, that you're going to get paid for being loyal to the Shaklee products, and they're the very best quality anyway.
Right. Exactly.
It's really a win-win situation.
Yeah. I'm going to just click on Benefits of Autoship. They will, actually, I take it back. Let me go back one page because there's another link. It does show you all the products that have AutoShip offers. So you get a discount. You'll also get lesser PV by 10%. But there will always be things like Vivix and Vitalizer and Cinch give you a discount. The Prescription for a Healthier Life, which is a compilation of products. They also have an A Kosher pack. And then there's free products with 100 PV. In fact, Gene, and when you do this, because you're a gold ambassador, you will get a free product with an 100 PV AutoShip order, and you get 60 days to do that. Okay, so your goal will just be to do at least 100 PV, but most likely you're going to be at 250. You will get a free product because you joined as a gold ambassador, and so that can be anything like Vitalizer or Vivix or any single product, not a product pack. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's one of the bonuses. Being a gold ambassador, you get that. Okay. So a lot of information on that here. Okay.
And then you also get coupons for $10 products, depending on what you have used, and it's great for your downlines. Make a regular AutoShip. They'll often get a $10 cinch can, or if they have a certain type of product that they order, you can even get the $10 anything.
Right.
Which we all get Vivix with.
Yeah. So here are like all the vitalizers. You get 10% off. If these items are on a AutoShip, you get 10% off. They've also added like cholesterol reduction complex, which I use, the Vivix, of course, the joint health complex, Nutrifuron, and Omega Guard. Pretty much all the products that have like the silvery new.
And they added the.
Yeah. They've added the CoQ10, I believe. So that will be another reason to put things on AutoShip, is you get a lower price. They also bring the PV down a little bit, but for sure Vivix and Vitalizer, which are the #1 and #2 products of Shaklee, are 100 PV. When you combine those two, it's about like 103 PV. So that can be a great order for, you know, a couple. If they get that, they're at 200 PV. So, you know, one of the men, one of the vitalizers for women, and 2 Vivixes, and you're at 200 PV. So,
well, Chase, I was wrong about the CoQ heart.
Oh, were you?
I thought they had added that as a 10% off, and I just went and looked at the little label, and it's not on there.
Okay.
So I don't know why I got that idea.
Okay.
I thought they had done that.
All right. So
my mistake.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion, because yeah, now that I've gotten into the Vivix and Vitalizer habit every day now, so that would be great.
Yep, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And then there are other. Annie mentioned the getting like $10 for a cinch if you have certain. I can't remember the combination. I think it could be the Prescription for a Healthier Life. And that, yeah. So on this one, you get another Shaklee product. Okay. Every month, this is on AutoShip, you get another Shaklee product valued at up to $100 retail for $10. So this can be really good because this is the Cinch, the Vivix, and the Vitalizer, and the Nutrifuron. These are fabulous products. And see, your PV is 168. So if you had a couple, you know, two, husband-wife type thing, they could be at 320 PV pretty easily just with these two orders for individual, you know, for a women's version and let's say a men's version, picking the cinch that you like, the chocolate, the vanilla, whatever flavor you like, and you could get another, let's say cinch or vitalizer or whatever. But I like to get the cinch because I use that for the meal replacement. That costs you $10. So.
Perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, those are just a lot of the combinations, and if you ever have more specific questions, you can ask me or Annie or Ken. We're old hands at this.
Okay, now that's a good overview there. That gives me what I need to, what I think will fit good for me, and having it more conscious in my mind when I'm talking to just other people about it.
Yep, good. I'll go ahead and just stop the recording.
Gene, have